I have finished step one completely, both sides. So these little suspension parts got put on both sides here. And then inside there are these little clips I screwed in place. Now I think these have something to do with the drive wheel in front and then the other wheel in back. I'll find out as I go on, but right now, let's see, right now the next step, I'm going to work on this back panel and add more stuff to it, and I'll show you right here. It's called attaching rear panel parts. So I need the A sprue again, and then the H sprue. So let's gather up some parts for this. All right, I have all these suspension arms put on. These are sort of kind of spring-loaded with these clips on them. They did it that way so you can take these things and they move up and down like that. Like actual working suspension. So we have all the wheels on now. The road wheels are the big ones. The top ones are the support rollers. And we have the drive sprocket in the back. And they all roll just fine. So far, so good. Now, I can pop all these off except for these support rollers when it comes time for painting. Okay, so now we're going to start working on the upper hull assembly. And we're going to put these grates on, or vents. We're going to put a front machine gun on. They call it the hull machine gun. And then a bunch of various other grab handles and things like that. So this will be step 10. Okay, there's going to be a machine gun that sticks out the front of the hull, and all the parts for it are going to be on the F sprue, which is right here. So let's see what we got here. We need F24. F24, there it is. F24, right there. We need F29. Right here. And F16, sounds like a fighter jet to me. F16, where are you? F16, there you are. Whoops, that kind of went flying. There it is. And then we also want to make the left and right headlights. Number 4 and 5, okay. I'll put the lenses in later. Okay, there's the two headlights. And here's the machine gun. So the machine gun, let's see how that's going to go together. First I'll sand this a little bit. Get the little nub marks off of it. This one looks pretty clean. And then we got the machine gun itself right here. Okay. Okay, machine gun. Got a little housing right here that the barrel part goes through like so. Then we take this cap, this front part, and we glue that on. Now, I'm not sure what's going to hold this machine gun in place because we don't glue it. Well, my fingers just can't seem to grab this thing. There we go, we got that. So that little piece goes on the front. Yeah, this is a little tricky. My fingers are getting in the way of themselves here. This is not working too well. Tell you what, let's put the barrel in after I put this cap on. This cap is having a heck of a time going into place here. They say do not cement, but I don't know how else you're supposed to do it. Well, it may be hard to tell, but I got a lot done. There are hatches put on, grates all around the back here, machine gun, bunch headlights, grab handles, hooks, these things here on the side, these, I don't know what you want to call them, right here. Somebody probably knows the term for those, but those things right there. There's 4 of them on each side. And so, yeah. This is through step 11. I was looking for a date on one of these pieces. I haven't found one yet. A lot of times there's date stamped in on it. Oh, here we are. I don't know why I didn't look here before, but down at the very bottom of the hull, it says 2002 Tamiya. 2002, okay. A little on the old side, but not terribly old, like a old 1970s or 60s Revell kit or something. It's actually a really nice kit so far. I mean, there hasn't been any flash. Everything has fit together perfectly up to this point. And there's no reason why I should expect anything different. So, I think that's it for today. When I come back, we'll continue on adding stuff to the upper hull. Looks like we're going to be adding a whole bunch of boxes, toolboxes, utility boxes, bunches of things, guards around the headlights. Anyway, a lot more stuff to add onto the top of the hull before we join the two halves together, that's for sure. Okay. See you next time. All these boxes, if you will, on the upper hull are going to be put into place now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And they go into these places here where we put these little dividing strips. So, cut all these off and go for it. Alright, so This bottom hull is about ready to have track put on it. Got a little bit more painting to do on the wheels and spots. I will lay the track on it. As you can see, it lays down and turns just fine. And then here's the track. This is all one piece track that you heat the ends or fuse the ends with glue. Anyway, I'm going to get those put together and then do a little painting on them. Alright, step 14. This is the step where we start the turret assembly. And the next 6 steps are all about the turret. There is the lower part of the hull with the track on it. Haven't done any painting on the tracks yet. Do that later. Okay, so I am ready now to put the upper and lower parts of the tank together. Everything has been sprayed with the olive drab, except for the tracks. Tracks have a layer of NATO black on them, and I will do some weathering to them. But right now I'm going to put these two halves together. We'll see how that comes out. Okay, I'm going to put these side armor pieces on right now. Okay, I've put a clear coat on, and two halves are glued together now. Tracks are on. I think there's a couple tools left to put on here and there. And I'm starting to use these Tamiya weathering pastels to bring out some of the detail and definition. And then I'm going to put decals on. In fact, I'm going to be putting decals on now and then use these weathering pastels. Then when that's all done, I'll put a final clear coat on and it will be done. Okay, the decals. We have a bunch of white stars, some white lettering, some orange yellow markings that are smaller, and then we have some like stencil type stuff there in white, and some black markings here and there. And then there's these black I don't know what that's supposed to be, some kind of a wildcat. Now this one up here in the corner, 3 and 4, that is a white star that's going to go wrap around this part of the tank on the turret, and I'll show you. Let's see if I can show this to you. It has to fit in there behind that tool, partially, and partially behind this extra spare track here, right in there. So that's why they give you 2 pieces for that one. Oop, now it doesn't want to focus. There it is. The other side of the turret, there's a white star, but it goes behind this rack right there, and it should fit in there in one piece. the rest of the decals, we got a white star on the front, on the back top surface near the engine compartments, and I think that's it. And then we got the numbers. Let's see. We got two different versions here, of course. This one here, the star is towards the rear of the turret, so we don't have to use that divided one. That might make it easier. And then this one is going to be two parts, 7 and 8. Let's see where that is on here, 7 and 8. Okay. I see. Right there. See the number 7 and 8 right there? That's a star. So, I have to decide. I'm kind of leaning towards this one just simply because I don't have to use that divided star, a two-part star. This is a Company B, 1st Tank Battalion, U.S. Marine, September 1950, Incheon. That's Korea. And this other version is number 9 Tank Company A, 18th Tank Battalion, 8th Armored Division, 1945, Czech, Slovakia. Okay, well, I'm going to start putting some of these decals on. Alright, these decals that are going to go on the side of the turret on the left side are going to be a little tricky. They give you two pieces here. The number 14 right there is actually supposed to be a B, the letter B, but it's hidden behind this tool right there. And then the number 41 emerges from that tool to the right of it. So, the number 41 is not going to be hard. It's going to be putting that number 14 in there. It's going to be a little tricky. I'm going to go ahead and try that, and we'll see what happens. On the other side here, I got this star and the B41 in okay. Part of it is behind that tool, that particular tool. I think that's a jack of some kind. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this number 41 on this side. Okay, so here it is. All the decals are on. Got a couple coats of clear. And we're just about done with this. I'm working on the commander figure right here. He's going to have a pair of binoculars in his hands. He will stand up as you see him in this picture. This kit did not come with the second figure. I do remember when I got this kit at the IPMS show, the guy I bought it from told me that. He said, "It's missing one of the figures." And I said, "That's fine." Anyway, almost to the point of being done. This has been a fun build. Good kit from Tamiya, I think. I'm going to use a little bit of this Tamiya Panaline accent color, the brown, and use it on the figure here. And I'm going to use it a little bit on the tank itself. And then it basically will be done. After I finish the crew figure, this commander figure. I'll place him in the tank and I'll give the whole thing a completed look. Anyway, so here's the M26 Pershing tank in 1/35 scale by Tamiya. Got as far as I'm going to go in this. This was a nice kit. Fun to build, easy to build. Just the right amount of detail. That's what I like about these Tamiya kits, is they can make these kits so that there's plenty of detail without having 10 parts to build one little item. And it still comes out looking good, I think. Good enough for me.